we had some really radical teachers. Sometimes people use Marxist kind of as a slur word. They explicitly said, "I am a Marxist." They were out totally proud of it. So, and then these teachers had a platform too.
Yeah.
Dozens, hundreds of students.
Natalie, how did you and Aidan become friends?
Debate, right?
Yeah, through debate.
Yeah, which was very, very left-leaning.
Oh my God.
Well, because, the whole speech community, because I first heard of you through the JSA debacle.
That was something else.
Yeah.
That was like amazing. The kids were crying and running into the bathrooms, and that was like, I did not expect that to happen in that way.
Yeah, and
that's like our school, kind of like that's what we deal with.
And when you do get into the kind of speech and debate, when you get into those communities or something like JSA, you get, you're not, if you try to basically run a kind of conservative stance, you'll just lose. The judges will say, no, you lost the round because you aren't allowed to say that.
Wow.
And then, so that's, a lot of times they won't even say you're wrong. They'll just say you said that, you lose.
That's amazing. Natalie, I read that you were a guest on a podcast at your school, and that was an uproar.
To say the least, yeah.
Tell us what happened.
So in brief, we kind of talked about like what we're talking about now, like political correctness, our school's new diversity initiative, and how that leaves conservatives behind.
Yeah.
And I went on, I maybe said a few controversial things, but objectively true.
Yeah.
And there was like mass outroar at school. Our school newspaper was writing articles saying that like we need to come together as a community to like educate the unaware.
Yeah, you got disavowed by the school newspaper.
They, on their like Twitter and on their Facebook, they wrote that what I said was hate speech.
Wow.
But then I marched into the principal's office and was like, no, that's not hate speech. So they changed it to offensive speech. And then they essentially, I guess you'd say, like, took me off the podcast, like basically censored me, didn't allow me to go back on.
Really?
Yeah. And,
well, because I was supposed, Natalie and I were supposed to go on the podcast to debate, I think it was immigration, right?
Yeah, debate about immigration, another student.
And then I got to school that morning, and then only to find out that the podcast had been shut down.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we were no platformed, essentially. I've noticed that a lot of times they will let you be a conservative, but only if you talk about taxation. Yeah. Only if you talk about the issues that, I'm not saying taxation isn't important, but at the same time, like, there are bigger issues at stake here, and they won't let you address those.
And so you guys were discussing, or you were discussing immigration at the time?
No, we were just talking more about political correctness, and specifically our school. But the funniest part is, so after they took me off and I didn't go back on, if you see online the number of views they get, they continue to plummet, and now they get like 30 views a podcast, and mine got like over 2,000.
They need to bring you back.
That's what I tell
them.
So
at the end of all this, when all this happened, you would be walking around campus. Were people trying to attack you, or how were you treated?
Definitely not physical attacks like Aidan, but I got looks, I got stares, not just from students, but from teachers, from deans. So that kind of was absurd to me. It was mind-boggling how people that, my parents were paying their tuition, their salaries, they're like looking at me like that.